Hey everyone, it's Daniela from Sister Mediums, and I'm here with your last angel card reading of 2019. It is December 2nd. I'm here at the beginning of the month, and Julie will be back in 2 weeks with her final one. Asking the angels for guidance on this month that's coming. I actually asked specifically for a lesson that was learned this year or something that you can take with you to finish the year and move into 2020 with some clarity. I'm just going to start right away, okay? Actually, let me recap for a second. If I think of card readings over the last year, there were challenges towards the beginning of the year. You showed your strength, resilience, and perseverance in getting through different issues. There was some opportunity for new things, creativity, abundance that came your way. Hopefully this followed suit with you guys each month. There was some forgiving and learning to do in the midst of the chaos, but looks like people were coming out on top towards the end of the year. Interesting part was I pulled the trust card. Oops, that's upside down. It really wasn't upside down. It's just I'm holding it. The trust card came in, and when this card comes in, it is a card of healing. It tells us that we need to remember to have faith in what we do and what's being given to us. So that means that even through, the challenges that came your way, you had to have faith and trust that there was a reason, there was a purpose, that you were going to learn something from that experience. So I want you to take that with you to the end of the year and bring it forward into next year, that no matter what comes your way, you have to have faith and believe in yourself that you can get through it, and you will. We have to have that inner knowing and that faith that is strong enough within us to be resilient and be able to conquer every, wave that sort of comes our way. And if you take a look at her, this angel is representative of the calmness, the calm after the storm, so to speak. So use that as your card in terms of the lesson you're going to bring forward. So that was the biggest lesson for 2019, and was trusting. And in that trusting, you healed along the way. Okay, so that's a great one. Even if there were disappointments in the past, you got through it, you survived. Even if you made the wrong decision in something, you still got through it. So that's a great positive card. Trust that you're guided to solutions no matter what. So even if there's a tough thing that you've got to go through, even if there's something tough you have to go through, trust your inner knowing. Trust you're going to get through it. You will survive because you're a survivor. Okay, biggest lesson I want you to take. That's what's coming up for this month. Second thing I asked, are we talking about relationships? Are we talking about love? Are we talking about career, health? What's at the forefront for people? What's the majority of our followers? What do the majority need to hear about? And relationships came up. So using the romance deck, this is key. I didn't pull just one, not two, not three, but 4 cards. And they kind of felt very much in relation to, because I asked, is this just for this month? Is this going forward for the future? So I will explain how they came out. The very first card that kind of fell out of the deck, to be honest with you, was making a decision. Be clear, because look at what's happening very soon. This shows me there is a relationship. It's generally going to be a love relationship here. This also could be a friendship. It means that it is coming together. You are going to lean on each other in the emotions and the stress that you have in your life. Those are the things that actually bring you together, which is interesting in this card. There is a feeling of, I got your back. So whatever you're going through, you're not going through it alone. This person is very much invested in you and you in them. What do I have written down? Oh, and make a decision. My God, that's the first thing. You can't even get to this step until you've made that decision. But very soon, this is going to happen for you because you're going to finally be clear on what it is you want. You need to be able to put out into the universe, this is exactly what I want with this relationship. So it's like going to a restaurant and you need to order off the menu. So if you're ordering off the menu, you know exactly what you want. You're going to put your order in and you're going to expect that the request is going to come back exactly how you gave it. If you gave it with, I'm not sure, can I switch this sauce? Can I do this? Can I do that? Oh, I'm not sure if I like this. Yeah, I'm going to try it anyway because everyone's saying it's great, but you know in your gut that that's not what you wanted anyway to begin with. Chances are when it comes back, you're disappointed. And all of a sudden there's this feeling of, well, the universe said, you could have asked for what you came for when you got here, but instead you changed your mind along the way, so you were unclear in what you were asking for. Well, guess what the universe delivered? Something unclear and not in a positive way. You got back this meal that you didn't necessarily want. Now you tried it and you didn't like it. Same kind of analogy. That might be way out there for some people, but when my analogies come out, they totally make sense. I know exactly what I'm trying to say. I hope that it resonates enough for you guys to understand that. But it really is law of attraction and being clear on what it is, what exactly you want. There are clear skies up ahead here, so it's talent and it's strong foundation surrounding it. So there is something really big with this connection. Put it out there, and it's going to happen for you. Following this, your intuition knows best. So even with this card, it's one of those cards where you have, I want to make sure this thing's recording. Sorry, all of a sudden I got this I didn't remember pressing record. Clearly it's late at night. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yes, your intuition knows. So your intuition says to you, this is a relationship that I've either been thinking about, wanting to take the next step forward. Just be clear on saying, I'm ready, okay? And with that follows the next card. So I don't even look to see if I missed things. I probably missed some things. But it's safe for you to love. So when I get a card like this, and if you take a really close look at, it could be the male here and the female here. It could be male, male, female, female, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Love is love. But what I'm getting here is this feeling of the love at Cherub Angel saying, okay, I'm going to shoot that arrow because you've now told me. You've now been clear on exactly what it is you want in this relationship. Open up your heart. Your heart has been clouded or closed, so it hasn't allowed that love to flow in effortlessly. It's flown in bits and pieces, but they're always trying to cover it up because you're scared. Don't let fear get in the way. This is the time to entertain this. It's safe for your heart to feel that love. And when I look at this horse, it's progression forward. So you're ready to take the next step to try in this relationship. And this, again, could relate to a friendship, could relate to a business relationship. You're ready to trust in one another and go forward with what you feel is necessary to try. Look at him too. There's this analogy of I'm hanging back here and I'm actually going with the flow. If you say you're ready to go ahead, I'm actually going to give it a go too. So use your power, take your walls down and say to yourself, I'm free to love. And you know what? The only way you're really going to know is to open your heart fully. If you don't open your heart fully and put it out there, you're never going to really know. No need to protect your heart anymore. Follow your guidance. Make the move. It's time. If you're closed off, but the feelings are always there, look at what's behind you. The wall. You built the wall. They're now outside of the wall, ready to go forward. So this is your indication. Yes, go do it. It's yours. Okay? Followed by, when you finally take the step and say, yes, the person's come into your life or the relationship's come into your life, chemistry happens. So if it's this relationship with work, guess what? Things are going to be booming. You guys are going to be in sync. Business is flying. Things are going crazy. It's great. This is good energy. If we're talking love relationship, look at this. There is passion. There are dreams happening. It's something different. There's that feeling of being on the honeymoon, a new era, a new time for both of you to explore something different. When you get the chemistry card, it's about a strong, strong attraction, but it also tells me that it's on solid foundation, right? They're sitting on this bench that is pretty solid. So it means that the chemistry is not just kind of made up in your head. It is an attraction that's undeniable. You're in the room together. You can feel it. You're across the room and it's like, eyes are on you. There's that feeling of a magnet, literally, bringing the two of you together. So it's telling me that if the chemistry is there, you can only hold off for so long until you have to entertain that. And whether that's taking the plunge, giving them your very first embrace, your very first kiss, you will know immediately if that chemistry is made up, because two things: you could not be having chemistry in a relationship you're in, so you're looking for it elsewhere. Okay, there's that option. Or it's the fact of, I've been holding back because I'm not sure if these are just my feelings of wanting someone in general, so I've attracted myself or attached myself to someone in particular. What is it about that person that attracts me to them? You're only going to know if you actually make that move. Sometimes it's holding hands. It's feeling that, kinetic attraction to them by even just holding hands or touching them in some way where it's skin to skin contact, and you're like, yes, the chemistry's here. I feel the vibrations within me. I feel my energy level, move. You don't feel it, chemistry's not there. But this card's telling me it is. That's a great thing. Without chemistry, you're going nowhere. Just saying. My opinion, anyway. Okay. Reconciliation is the next card that comes up. Now, I asked a question, okay? So we have 3 cards. Very soon this is coming. It's safe for you to love, so you're opening up your heart and you're willing to let this play out and try. The chemistry is there, you're willing to act upon it. What I hear is this necessarily, and this could be for some. So I tell people, when this happens, this could be the only 3 that are for you. This could be for someone else. If this card does not resonate with you, stick with the 3. If this card resonates with you, it tells me someone from your past is coming back into your life. I asked for 2020 in terms of this relationship as well. So if this person from your past is not already this person, there is someone coming in. Okay, so which is really interesting to me. Couple of things with reconciliation is it's about healing. A lot of clouds here. You've had your head in the clouds with this relationship. It's always the first person you think of. So when this card got pulled, who was the first person that came to mind for you? That's who we're talking about. What relationship in the past required healing? Is it an ex-lover, an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend, someone that you were not able to really get that full closure that you felt you needed, and now we're different people. We've grown. We have grown individually. We've grown in so many different ways that they're coming back into your life to have that closure in regards to the past. So that's one option, okay? Closure that needs to happen. You're both being different people, more mature now, and at a point where you can say, this is what happened, this is how I felt, I can see it from a different perspective, and I want to close this chapter, but I also want forgiveness here. It's an opportunity to forgive. Cut cords as well. With that person, anyone who we've had a relationship with, we are esoterically connected. Anyone in my readings will know that. I constantly talk about cutting cords. That includes anyone you've had any type of physical relationship with as well. You're esoterically connected to their energy, and you need to cut cords with them because you're hanging on to possibly part of their energy of when you're with that person. That's a whole nother date, time and place, and we can probably do a whole video about cord cutting altogether, but that's really important. The second thing with this card is it's an opportunity to take care of unfinished business, meaning it was the wrong time and place. You guys were not meant for each other at that time, but you're coming back to reaffirm your love for one another. You're coming back to this feeling of, I haven't been able to let go of this. It's been a long time. I have grown as a person. So have you. Let's forgive each other for who we were then, and let's try to work on each other how we are now. It is an opportunity to try again. So you'd be reconciling with that person from your past. Sometimes everything is about timing. So give this a go. And that's what they're saying 2020 has in store for those of you with this. If this resonates with you, take it. If it does not resonate with you, maybe some of you haven't had a past relationship, it's your first one, then it's definitely not for you. I always say, if it feels right, you know it's yours. But that was pretty like, whoa, for relationships, it was huge. And I feel like this has come up a few times. So there's some major work being done in people's relationships because I keep pulling it up. So all healing takes place with reconciliation. Oops, wrong one. There it is. I do things backwards because I'm facing the screen. But if you think of reconciliation, all healing takes place regardless of whether you're staying with them or whether you're leaving them, but you're still healing in having that reconciliation happen and having the conversation. Whew, okay, I feel like I haven't even taken a breath. Probably haven't. So, last thing. I know we kind of did the ending of 2020, but I felt it was so relationship related, and I want to be able to give every other viewer that is not in an issue with a relationship. You have a happy marriage, you have a happy, existence with your loved one. Don't even worry about any of this. It does not resonate for you. But what does resonate is what's coming. I asked Spirit, my angels, guides to give me some insight and what people need to know for ending of 2019, beginning of 2020. What do we have to look forward to? 2 cards pulled. They actually fell out of the deck. This is also from my favorite deck, which is the Archangel Tarot. It's a powerful deck, so it comes out with some powerful information. And this was the Justice card and 6 of Ariel. So Justice card shows us that something has come to an end, okay? So you see the curtains here. It means that they are at this point of the finale. So if anyone has been in the middle of a legal matter, anything to do with documents, contracts, things are being finalized, things are being done. You're sold your house, you're finishing and finalizing the papers. Congratulations to my friend who did sell her house, yay! And bought a new one that came up in our reading a couple of months ago. So happy for that. And there's a few other people who I know this card will resonate with. There have been some legal issues and it shows they're coming to an end, but you win. And it's saying that you will receive what is rightfully yours. There's fairness in this. The balance was a bit off, but this is saying no matter what, you're getting what you deserve. So even if you don't think it's 100% balanced, it is fair. And that's a really big key thing to this. The 8 obviously representing abundance. So that's a great card. Closing up loose ends. That's what's happening towards end of the year beginning. Don't give up either. It's a reminder. You stuck it out for the long haul and protected and justice prevailed. So protection and justice prevailed. So this is a great card. This here, we're looking at the 6 of Ariel. She is standing in her power. Representative of the divine feminine, which is absolutely huge because she has great power that has kind of been, put under the surface for so long. And we're really just trying to empower women and getting them to this point of realizing their power is so strong. And Ariel's here to remind you of that. Chakras are balanced. She's standing in front of the tree, which has an incredible amount of abundance and structure. And look at those, all of these branches. They are very balanced. They are in a big, big foundation. Now, you can't see the trunk behind her, but in order to have that many branches coming out of a tree, she's standing in a great foundation, which means it's not going to falter. If you notice, she's also got balance with her pails, and her pails are full of apples, and all the apples in her harvest is down here, which shows me that she is going to reap the rewards. All of her hard work is paying off. She gets to enjoy the fruits of her labor. It's such a good card. So it tells us that anyone, female entrepreneurs, anybody who is doing your thing, 2020 is going to be the year where it all comes together and you're going to be recognized and noticed. So yay, it's such a good card. Not as much stress. Love energy, yes. We talked about the fruits of your labor and enjoying the fruits of your labor. So congratulations. So happy to end off on these 2 cards. That was the fastest probably I've spoken because I wanted to get all of this out with this many cards at once. So it probably only went over a couple of minutes than I normally do, but I hope you stuck around to the end because I want to say thank you for an amazing year and for that you guys keep tuning into our stuff. So thank you. It does take time for us to do this, but we love doing it. We know that this guidance is so pivotal and important for so many of you. So congratulations to you guys for constantly looking for the guidance. And thank you. Julie will be here back in 2 weeks for her final card reading. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. May 2020 bring you a ton of blessings, abundance, and every relationship full of happiness and love. And I will see you in the new year. Blessings on blessings.